welcome. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for the invitation.
We are very excited to hear what you are going to talk to us about today, studying in Germany. I'm sure everybody is very eager to hear anything that you would like to share with us. So please, you're welcome to start your presentation.
Okay, let me start the presentation. Just one moment. So I think now you can see it very well, right? Perfect. So hello, everybody. My name is Beuer, and I'm from the International Prospective Student Team of the International Office of the University of Münster, which is also called the Westfälische Wilhelms-Universität. And I would like to introduce you to our university, to our study programs, and to studying in Germany in general. So I will start my presentation, and you're invited to ask questions whenever you have a question. So, okay. Welcome to Münster. As you can see, Münster is a pretty old city, and we have very old and pretty buildings. And the first picture that you're seeing is a part of our university. It's a castle. So Münster is in Germany, in the state of North Rhine-Westphalia. As you can see here in the red circle, it's on the western side of Germany. But as Germany is a very small country, you're very fast in almost every big city, like in Berlin or also in Munich, or in the city where I'm from, it's Dortmund, and maybe you know it from soccer. So on the right side, you see the state of North Rhine-Westphalia, and the city of Münster is in the north, and just very central to almost every other city. Münster is an economical and cultural center of the region in Westphalia, and the city of Münster has about 310,000 inhabitants. And that's for Germany a smaller big city, but the most of these inhabitants are students in Münster. Münster is famous for the Westphalian Peace at the end of the 30 Years' War in 1648. The Westphalian Peace Treaty was signed in Münster and in the city of Osnabrück, which is pretty near. And on the picture, you can see where it was signed. It's now it's in the city center of Münster. And Münster is famous for its very beautiful historic center. You have the Prinzipalmarkt, which is very beautiful, and just a very beautiful shopping street. And also the St. Paulus Dome was built after the 13th century. And the city of Münster, the capital, and also the dome were rebuilt after World War II. And what is Münster famous for? You can't imagine. It's bicycles. Bicycles are in Münster everywhere. I think almost everybody that is living in Münster has minimum of 2 bicycles. It's totally common to do every way you're doing with the bicycle, and Münster has their own parking garage. You don't find that anywhere else in Germany. It's just Münster that is the big city of bicycles. And as I already told you, Münster is famous for its castles. There are a lot of castles and water castles all around the area. It's very beautiful, and I also love to walk by the castle of Münster, which is also a part of our university. Münster is also famous for the pubs and cafes and clubs. As I already told you, there are a lot of students living in Münster, so there is a big student life there. So that was the part of the city of Münster, and now I would like to introduce you into studying and researching at our university. Just a view at a glance. The university is a very, very traditional university in Germany. It was officially founded in 1780, but the dates are going back to the Middle Ages. And today we do have approximately 43,000 students. And from that, there are 3,500 international students. We do have about 8,000 graduates per year. So the university is one of the biggest universities in Germany. And we do have an excellent teaching quality according to the German Center of University Development, which has dates and figures about that every year. We do also have excellent clusters and several collaborations with research centers in Germany and all over the world. Yeah, and as you see, the University of Münster is not just the castle. We do have a lot of more buildings, but we are not a traditional campus university. We do have buildings all over the city center of Münster. You can see the red and the blue fields in this presentation. There you can see where all the buildings are. So at least you need a bicycle to come from A to B to C and back. We do have 15 departments. We do offer almost every study program. Of course, we do have a faculty for medicine, also for educational sciences, for mathematics, and also for business administration, and a lot of more. We do also have a music academy. And these are more than 120 subjects and 280 degree courses. We do not offer engineering. The only field we do not offer is engineering, but then mostly every other study program we do offer. We do have internationally recognized bachelor's and master degree courses, but most of our courses are German taught, especially at the undergraduate level. We do have one English taught bachelor degree in sports science. And then at the master level, we do have a lot of more courses in the English language. Yeah, but we do offer also study preparatory intensive German language courses for international applicants. So if you do not have the right German knowledge for the course, you can have an intensive language course at our university to gain the knowledge and then to study at our university. How is the life at our university? We do have music, theater, dance, and arts, and we do also offer, of course, university sports. We do have more than 100 disciplines, and we are, of course, also partner of elite sports in Germany and have excellent facilities for that. So if you're interested into sports, you will definitely find the sport you would like to do, and also in the higher level if you're also doing that right now in your country. What are the costs living in Münster and studying at our university? The university does not raise any tuition fees. In Germany, the public universities usually don't have tuition fees, and we are very glad about that. Students that are enrolled at our university have to pay a so-called social contribution fee of about 300 euro per semester for services such as the semester ticket, where you can drive with the public transport in the whole state of North Rhine-Westphalia, for the university sports, for the canteens, and further facilities. I included here the monthly living costs in Münster. The rent of a student room is a little bit more expensive than in other cities. Yeah, and you will also have costs definitely for the health insurance in Germany. It's, yeah, you have to have a health insurance when you're a student, and the costs for that are at the moment for about 110 euros. So in sum, you will need about 850 to 900 euro a month as a student in Münster, or generally speaking in Germany. So how do you apply at our university? It's a little bit complicated, and I hope I can explain that right. So you need a university entrance qualification, and this has to be equivalent to the German qualification, which is called Abitur. There is a database at the internet, which is called the Database of Admission Requirements from the DAAD. It's very helpful for international applicants that want to study in Germany to check this database and to type in the dates of your school leaving certificate. And this database then can clearly tell you what you can study or if you can study. I know that some of you are doing the IGCE, and this is also accepted in Germany under certain conditions as a direct subject restricted university entrance qualification. So you need to have special courses in your A-levels. And if you're interested in studying at our university, you're invited to make a private Zoom session with me to check together which courses you have to choose to study the program at our university you would like to study. Yeah, and also, as I told you, the most study programs at our university do require German language skills, and you need at least a C1 German language skill. The most common certificates are the DSH2 and the Tester 4, or you maybe also know the Goethe certificate. There it has to be the C2 level. However, if you have a German language level and you do not have this certificate at the moment, you are also invited to always contact me or my colleague to see what we can do and if this certificate is also accepted at our university. And if you don't have the right language level, you're invited to apply for a German language course. This course starts at the B1 level, so we don't have like the very beginner courses. And for that course, we also accept several certificates, and you can apply for this course in May or in November and then start the course at our university. We do have a fee additionally to the semester contribution fee for 500 euros for the German language course. But if you're starting your studies after the language course at our university, you will get a refund of this 500 euro per semester. And of course, as a language student, you're also enrolled as a student at our university, as a language student. The application periods for our courses are in the winter semester, in the beginning of May until the end of May. We do have a very short application deadline compared to other universities, because we know that visa processes are taking several months. So this is why we make the process for non-EU applicants very early, so that you have, if you get a place at our university, enough time to apply for a visa. We do also have courses beginning in the summer semester. From the beginning, the application deadline is from the beginning of November until the end of November. And yeah, but for the undergraduate programs, the most are just starting in the winter semester. There's just the medical program starting also in the summer semester, and I think also business administration. All other courses are just starting one time a year in the winter semester. How do you apply at our university? We are glad that you apply directly at our own online portal, at our website. It's very easy for you. You can register there. We will ask you some questions about where you're from, which university entrance qualification you have, and then you will be guided through our online system. And after the registration, you get a confirmation email with a check sheet and other important information. And after that, you can upload the required documents. The required documents are not very much. It's just your school leaving certificate or previous education certificates and a certificate of sufficient German language proficiency. You don't need like a letter of recommendation or something like this, because at our universities, you will be, we will just see the GPA of your grades, and that's everything at the end that you need, a good GPA at the end. I will explain that a little bit later. So I also have some information about the visa process for studying in Münster, or generally speaking in Germany. International students normally require a visa for the study purposes. Usually you can apply for the visa from the German embassy in Namibia, and the approval can take several months. So be sure, if you want to apply at our university or at a university in Germany generally, to apply as soon as possible at the application portal, and then also for the visa, of course, with your notification of admission. What is a little bit tricky is that you, in addition for the notification of admission, you're also required to include a proof of sufficient financial resources with your visa application. That means a student must provide a proof that they have about 10,000 euro at their disposal for the first year of studying, so that the embassy can see that you can cover your costs of living and of studying by your own in Germany. We don't have in Germany a big system of financial aid, because we don't have like university fees in like the US or some other states. So this is why they want to see this amount of money, which should cover your expenses for 1 year. And what is also good to know, as I told you, the chances of getting a bachelor study place depends just on the GPA of the university entrance qualification. Except there are some music-related degree courses and also sports, because they have like extra exams for that. So if you're interested in the study programs, it's a little bit different. And of course, you can always contact me to ask all questions. We do have the excellent reputation, especially in medicine, dentistry, and psychology, and also communication science. And the degree courses in this field are extremely popular. So applicants for that really need an excellent GPA to have a chance of getting a study place. Generally speaking, for application for medical studies in Germany, it's highly recommended to apply at every university in Germany that offers medicine at all. Yeah, and as I told you, medicine is very special in Germany. Therefore, we require a better German language knowledge on the level of C2, which would be the DSH3 or the TESTA 5 in German language. If you have any questions later, next week or next year, you're always invited to write us an email address, to our email address. We do have a very easy email address, understandable for every student all over the world. It's study@wwu.de. You can write us all the questions you have. And of course, we can schedule individual Zoom meetings. We do also have Zoom office, open office hours, and we can guide you through the whole application process. My colleague and me are there for helping you during the application or during the visa process. So we are glad to help you. And I think that's everything I have for now. If you now have questions, you're invited to ask me everything you wanted.
Yes. So is German a requirement to apply for all of those courses, or is it just for specific courses that you need that level of German?
We unfortunately just have one English taught bachelor degree program, which is human movement in sports and exercises. The German language knowledge was really for all the other 119 undergraduate programs. Yes, unfortunately, yes.
questions?
Would IGCSE German
No, IGCSE German mother tongue, would that, do you have any idea what that would be equivalent to?
I can hardly understand the question. Could you maybe type it in the chat?
Yes, the IGCSE level that we do in Cambridge, as mother tongue German. Do you know what that would be equivalent to? Would that get any type of acceptance for the university?
Yeah, I don't understand very well, but I try to explain. I hope I explained the right thing. The IGCE is recognized in Germany under some conditions for the general admission at our university, subject restricted, and for
So we were busy chatting.
Welcome back.
So sorry. We were talking about our IGCSE levels, and if you have any idea what that would mean for applying.
Yeah, it's a little bit difficult to explain that in the background because it depends on what you would like to study. If you're deciding to study in Germany, you have to check with the DAAD, which is university service in Germany, which levels you have to take in your, I think it's the last second years. You have to have like special courses, and it's and the courses depend on what you would like to study. So it's hard for me now to say generally which A levels you have to choose to study in Germany. For that, I would invite you for like a personal Zoom meeting to explain that more. And just wait a minute. No, I cannot find it right now. Yeah, it's with the good thing is with the IGC, you have university entrance qualification, what the most other countries do not have in Germany, like a direct access, but it's like on the conditions. So I hope I could explain it a little bit better.
That makes 100% sense. So depending on what you're studying, you need to make sure that your qualification will allow you to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Yes.
Does the university offer like living spaces or like apartments?
So living spaces, apartments, accommodation that you may offer to students.
Could you repeat the question?
We would like to know, are there any living spaces, apartments, accommodation that you offer to students?
Yeah, the accommodation in Germany is generally doing it from the students. We don't have like campus facilities for that. There are student living rooms over the city, which are provided from another company where you can apply. Generally speaking, it's a little bit tricky to find a space in Münster, but we do have also an international support team that can help you with searching for accommodation. So it's not university made, but of course we will help you to find accommodation.
Anything else? No? All right. Everybody seems to be pondering about everything that you said. Thank you so much for your time and taking time to share in our career week. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for the invitation. It was a pleasure for me speaking for you. And yeah, if you have any other questions, we are very glad if you would like to contact us by email, phone. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.